Welcome to our Hong Kong Brief program. Today, we dive into some significant news from around the globe and right here in Hong Kong. First up, the U.S. House has passed the Biosecure Act, which restricts contracts with Chinese biotech firms, aiming to reduce reliance on Chinese manufacturing in the medical supply chain. This move comes amidst rising bipartisan support and concerns over transparency in the targeting process. In other news, we discuss the evolving tech landscape as the US and China face increasing tensions. The article warns of a potential silicon curtain dividing global technology markets, highlighting the need for collaboration and governance to navigate these challenges. The shift in foreign firms like IBM signals a major change in the tech ecosystem. Lastly, we celebrate the recent marriage of Broadway stars Platt and Galvin, who tied the knot in a stylish ceremony filled with cultural traditions. Their love story has captivated many, and we can't wait to see what the future holds for this dynamic duo. Please stay tuned for more detailed coverage on these exciting topics. South China Morning Post reports that during China Week, the U.S. House of Representatives passed a significant bill aimed at restricting federal contracts with Chinese biotech firms involved in the U.S. medical supply chain. The Biosecure Act, which received bipartisan support with a vote of 306 to 81, specifically targets 5 Chinese companies, including BGI Group and Wuxi Biologics. Lawmakers are motivated by a desire to reduce reliance on Chinese manufacturing and safeguard American health data. However, concerns have been raised by some members, like Congressman Jim McGovern, about the transparency of the process used to identify these companies and the potential for drug shortages resulting from the bill. As the legislative week progresses, additional bills addressing various aspects of U.S.-China relations, including technology and trade, are also being considered. South China Morning Post emphasizes the growing divide between the U.S. and China in the tech sector, which is increasingly characterized by a silicon curtain. The article reflects on the history of IBM's operations in China and how geopolitical tensions have led to a deteriorating environment for foreign tech firms. With the U.S. imposing export restrictions and China striving for technological self-reliance, the competitive landscape is shifting dramatically. The piece warns that this decoupling could lead to fragmented global supply chains and intensified trade restrictions, echoing the Cold War's ideological divide. It advocates for both nations to collaborate on tech governance to address critical issues like data security, while recognizing that the path forward requires balancing national security with global cooperation. South China Morning Post shares the joyous news of Broadway stars Platt and Galvin tying the knot over Labor Day weekend in a stylish ceremony in Brooklyn. The couple's wedding was marked by a blend of Jewish traditions and Japanese floral elements, all wrapped in a colorful yet chic aesthetic. Among the attendees were fellow celebrities who celebrated the couple's love story, which began in 2014 when they first met as co-stars. Galvin, known for his role in Dear Evan Hansen, has made headlines in the past for controversial comments but has since expressed his commitment to Platt and their shared future. The couple's wedding encapsulates a beautiful moment of love and artistry, reflecting their journey together in the vibrant world of theater. South China Morning Post, QuestX, the event's organizer, has returned to Hong Kong for its annual hospitality investment event, marking a significant comeback 6 years after relocating to Singapore. The company, which had previously established its regional headquarters in Hong Kong for over a decade, faced operational consolidation due to declining business. Now, with renewed optimism, QuestX's president, Alexei Kajavi, emphasizes Hong Kong's enduring appeal as a regional hub for both Northern and Southeast Asia. The city, which has been recovering from the impacts of anti-government protests and the COVID-19 pandemic, is seeing a resurgence in the MICE, meetings, incentives, conventions, and exhibitions sector, attracting high-spending visitors who contribute significantly to the local economy. With an impressive turnout of 520 delegates from 27 countries at the inaugural International Hospitality Investment Forum, Kajabi expresses confidence in Hong Kong's future as a premier destination for hospitality events. South China Morning Post: the fitness landscape in Hong Kong is undergoing a drastic transformation, as traditional gym chains face closure due to outdated hard sell tactics and rising rental pressures. The recent shutdown of the 38-year-old gym chain Physical, following the closures of Fitness First and Goji Studios, highlights a shift in consumer preferences toward more flexible and customer-friendly gym options. Industry experts note that the emergence of 24-hour gyms and private studios, which prioritize convenience and a less aggressive sales approach, has attracted a growing number of gym-goers. Additionally, the economic downturn has strained traditional fitness centers, leading to financial struggles as personal training revenues dwindle. As customers increasingly favor gyms that offer a more relaxed atmosphere, many former members share their negative experiences with hard sell tactics that disrupted their workouts, illustrating the need for a significant shift in how fitness centers engage with their clientele. South China Morning Post: the inception of Shanghai Tang in 1994 was driven by the vision of David Tang, who recognized a gap in the market for a high-quality department store that celebrated Chinese culture. With an initial investment of $20 million from anonymous wealthy backers, Tang sought to create a modern retail experience that would elevate the perception of Chinese goods, often dismissed as lower-class products. The store opened its doors in the historic Pedder Building, showcasing a blend of traditional Chinese aesthetics and contemporary branding. The launch event attracted a diverse crowd, primarily expatriates, who embraced the unique, coolly chic fashion that Tang pioneered. With plans for global expansion, including a future presence in China, Tang's ambitious vision not only aimed to redefine the retail landscape in Hong Kong but also to challenge the Western dominance in luxury branding, ultimately celebrating the richness of Chinese heritage. South China Morning Post: in a recent incident aboard a Cathay Pacific flight, a 71-year-old German passenger collapsed just before takeoff and was later pronounced dead at the hospital, highlighting the critical need for effective emergency response protocols on airplanes. The article outlines essential do's and don'ts for both passengers and cabin crew in medical emergencies. Passengers are advised to promptly inform the cabin crew if they feel unwell, as altitude changes can exacerbate existing health issues. For those with pre-existing conditions, consulting a doctor before flying is crucial. In cases where another passenger is severely ill, alerting the crew is paramount, as they are equipped with medical kits and can seek assistance from onboard medical professionals. If a death occurs mid-flight, the crew must confirm the situation with ground medical personnel before proceeding to their destination, emphasizing the importance of professional guidance in such sensitive circumstances. South China Morning Post: on World Suicide Prevention Day, the article addresses the alarming rise in suicide rates in Hong Kong, particularly among the youth. With over 1,000 suicides recorded in 2023, the article stresses the need for a shift in how mental health is discussed and addressed within the community. The lingering psychological effects of the COVID-19 pandemic have left many students struggling to readjust to school life, and while the government has implemented support programs, a greater focus on prevention and community involvement is necessary. The International Association for Suicide Prevention encourages open discussions about mental health to dismantle stigma and promote understanding. By engaging young people in suicide prevention initiatives and fostering supportive environments in schools, the community can work together to address this pressing issue and create a culture of empathy and support. Telegraph: in a significant legal battle, pro-democracy activists accuse BDO, a major accounting firm, of complicity in suppressing free press in Hong Kong. The controversy stems from the closure of Next Digital, a media group owned by imprisoned tycoon Jimmy Lai, which was forced to shut down its popular Apple Daily newspaper under national security laws. Activists Mark Clifford and Gordon Krovitz allege that BDO acted as a government agent in investigating Next Digital's affairs, leading to its liquidation. They claim that BDO's managing director was appointed as a financial inspector without judicial oversight, enabling human rights abuses. The activists are calling for BDO to sever ties with the Hong Kong government and apologize for its role in censoring information in a city once celebrated for its vibrant media landscape. BDO has responded by stating it cannot comment further due to confidentiality obligations, while the situation continues to unfold amid growing concerns over press freedom in the region. South China Morning Post reports that Chanel is set to showcase its Cruise 2024 to 2025 collection at the Hong Kong Design Institute on November 5, marking a significant moment for the brand as it strengthens its ties with the local community. This event, which follows the initial show in Marseille, France, will involve collaboration with students from the institute, showcasing Chanel's commitment to education and cultural engagement in Hong Kong. Bruno Pavlovsky, Chanel's president of fashion, emphasized the importance of the Hong Kong market, noting that the brand aims to connect with local clients, media, and influencers, especially after previous plans were disrupted by the pandemic and protests. The anticipation builds as Chanel also prepares to unveil its Métiers d'Art collection in Hangzhou shortly after the Hong Kong show, reinforcing its focus on Greater China. In an opinion piece from South China Morning Post, there is a call for unity at the University of Hong Kong, HKU, following a government investigation into internal disputes. The Governing Council has accepted the investigation's findings, which urge all parties to move past their differences to enhance the university's reputation and effectiveness as an international education hub. The report highlights the need for good governance and cooperation among the university's management and stakeholders to attract global talent. HKU's pivotal role in academic excellence and talent attraction is underscored, as the institution strives to regain its standing amidst challenges and internal conflicts, emphasizing the importance of collaboration for its future success. The Globe and Mail covers Alimentation Couche-Tard Incorporated's ongoing efforts to acquire 7&I Holdings, the parent company of 7-Eleven, in a bid to become the world's largest convenience store operator. Despite Couche-Tard's initial $39 billion offer being rejected as insufficient, the Canadian company remains committed to pursuing a friendly acquisition. Couche-Tard believes that a merger would yield significant strategic benefits for both entities but faces resistance from 7&I, which demands a more substantial offer that reflects its intrinsic value. The situation highlights the complexities of international acquisitions, particularly in Japan, where new guidelines aim to facilitate foreign investments. If successful, this acquisition could set a historic precedent and mark Couche-Tard's most significant deal to date, demonstrating its readiness to navigate regulatory landscapes and secure financing for the transaction. South China Morning Post highlights the vibrant dining scene in Hong Kong, where restaurants are rolling out enticing deals to attract customers amid tough competition from neighboring cities. For sushi lovers, Oh My Sushi Ken offers an all-you-can-eat experience starting at 488 Hong Kong dollars, featuring a vast 66-item menu, while Cuisine tempts larger groups with a free Peking duck for tables of 10 or more. Dim sum enthusiasts can indulge in a weekend brunch at the Michelin-starred Man Ho for 888 Hong Kong dollars, while Whisk presents midweek gourmet options like a 4-course omakase menu paired with steak. Seafood aficionados should not miss the Optimist's 1 kilo of prawns night for 498 Hong Kong dollars, and Calle Ocho elevates Monday nights with a set dinner menu paired with free-flowing sangria and house wines, making dining out in Hong Kong an unforgettable experience. South China Morning Post also introduces Drew Starkey, a rising star making waves in Hollywood with his role in the film Queer, alongside Daniel Craig. Set in 1940s Mexico City, the movie explores the evolving relationship between an American expat and a young student, captivating audiences at the Venice Film Festival with an impressive 11-minute ovation. Starkey's passion for acting was nurtured in a musical family in North Carolina, leading him to pursue theater in school and eventually study English and theater performance at Western Carolina University. His breakthrough came with a recurring role in the teen drama Outer Banks, and his journey to queer began when a producer friend showcased his self-tape to director Luca Guadagnino. Beyond acting, Starkey is already making a name in the fashion world, attending major fashion shows and garnering attention for his style. Thank you for tuning in. The content above showcases the latest briefing reports and analytical synopses, thoughtfully curated by the 6Do team. These insights stem from a wide array of reputable media outlets, think tanks, government sources, and specialized experts worldwide. We encourage you to explore these sources for a comprehensive perspective. Keep in mind that while the content may not always align with the official standpoint of 6Do Brief, it's not meant to be taken as absolute directives for decision-making. Comprising seasoned media professionals, learned scholars, and accomplished scientists, the 6Do team embodies a trailblazing, fully independent media entity. To customize 6Do Brief to meet your professional needs, you have the option to subscribe to a diverse array of briefings on our website, 6dobrief.com. Regardless of your location, you can conveniently receive 6Do Brief via email.
News breaks, buzz the ground, stories spin, walls come down, voices merge in the sound, faces mix in the crowd, broadcasters paint the scene, world events on our screen, every link a different theme, words collide in the stream, 6 degrees connect the dots, background stories more than knots. Hear the voices rise aloud. Truth unveils in every spot. Cultures clash across the globe. Spin the threads in a strobe. Every story wears a robe. Truth and lies in their code. Journalists dig real deep. Secrets out, they don't sleep. Every angle they will keep. In the news we take a leap. New perspectives day by day.